Two captains are international stars, Carly Lloyd for Gotham and Christine Sinclair for the Thorns. Ball played immediately to that right side as Gotham FC will attack right to left in this opening half. Salem with a pick, and then it's intercepted by Ali Long. Has some help there from the veteran Lloyd. Pushed wide on this left side. Paige Monahan, 4 in the white of Gotham. Sinclair to this right side immediately for Sophia Smith. A relative newcomer to the U.S. national team senior side. She still has it. Left it off for Lindsay Horan. Klingenberg. The Sauerbrunn pass, now back for Hubley. There's the pressure from Lloyd.
And it's a good look at how Gotham FC is going to set up defensively in their deep block. It looks like it's going to be a 4-5-1, leaving Lloyd above the ball to be the outlet.
Salem left it for Klingenberg. Sauerbrunn. Hubley. Looking at Simone Charlie. Pass in the middle. Sinclair's pass ahead. Smith was broken up. Cujo to the right. Freeman pass ahead. Gotham has a couple of wins in this tournament, a couple of draws. On the opposite side, Portland won their first 3 games before drawing with Houston in their final game. Throw on for Gotham. Simone Charlie leading this tournament in shots and shots on goal. Goal kick coming up. Let's meet the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Marissa Pillow.
This Challenge Cup final holds a lot of importance for both sides. For the Portland Thorns head coach Mark Parsons says this is a great opportunity for his team to continue to grow and progress and get used to playing in high-stakes situations. And for Gotham FC head coach Freya Coombs said a win today would be massive for this team. She said it would show that this rebrand, this rebuild is more than just a name change. It's an opportunity to show that this club is changing with the quality product on the field.
Interesting, right? Mark Parsons tempering expectations a bit if they don't get a result, and Freya Coombs looking to push on her side, gain some confidence from these moments.
The Sauerbrunn pass up the middle is broken up. Paige Monahan. Ali Long, recently acquired by Gotham. Trade from OL Reign. Kawasumi, number 9 in white, will push it wide on that right side. Purse on the move. Taking it inside the 18, and it's broken up. Purse making her first appearance in this stadium since the trade in 2020. Kawasumi lost it, but recovered. Ali Long. Missed Monahan, but Dorsey has it in easily, grabbed by French.
An interesting, JP, just an early look. It looks as though Gotham FC will go 2v2 if Portland leaves Simone Charlie and Sophia Smith up top. When they are in their attacking third, their regained shape is such that they could be vulnerable on the break.
Emily Kuika with the throw in. She'll get it back. 2-time Finland Player of the Year will move it to the right. Sophia Smith at the end line, blocked out by Ali Long for the game's first corner.
Important pickup, Ali Long, for this Gotham team. Her ability to change it today could be really key because Portland wants to squeeze you in on those wide areas on the flank. So Ali Long has that great range. She can get them out of pressure. She's cool on the ball. And that's a big key to how Freya Coombs wants to approach this match today. Get the balance right of possession versus being a transitional team.
Kuika will take this corner. She started every one the previous 4 games for the Thorns. She'll play it short. Hopes to get the return and does. Knocked out, throw in Thorns. Hubley. Off Angela Salem, another Gotham throw in. Gotham's defense very strong in this tournament. 3 shutouts, including back-to-back ones, but a little bit frustrated, Ali. They've not scored either in the last couple of games.
Yeah, and you're exactly right with the front line that they do have.
Put Hericic in a tough spot. They can see a corner that they didn't have to.
And that's the balance that Freya Kum is talking about. Are you going to overplay, or are you going to look to be direct and dump it when you just need to relieve some pressure? I think Portland needs to go direct on here. You've got incredible targets in the box with Lindsay Horan, Christine Sinclair, Simone Charlie at the back.
Rika again, went short again and got the return. Another one across the way, headed out. Megan Klingenberg on it, sending one up right to Hericic. Hericic starting in goal in place of Kaylin Sheridan, who was injured in a She Believes Cup opener playing for Canada against the United States. She's available as a backup now, but Sheridan is clearly the #1 goalkeeper, but Hericic has done well. She'll get this ball played back to her by Long. The ball was sliced toward the sideline and out of play. Scoreless here, 7th minute. Portland, Oregon. Thank you for joining us for this early morning start on the West Coast, 10 a.m. Normally the teams are training at that time, but they're playing in a meaningful game this early. Into the box again, it's Hericic. Great numbers for her. Very experienced goalkeeper. They had 3 goalkeepers fighting for playing time when Sheridan was hurt. But this lady, Hericic, took over. Lindsay Horan escapes, sends it long, but wrong side of Charlie. Dorsey for Paige Monahan. Lloyd lost it there against Sinclair. The 2 veterans bump. Christine Sinclair looking, shooting, goal! 1-0 Thorns.
Well, you know production can come out of this Thorn midfield. It's just over the pressure that comes from the counter press of Portland. Sinclair sitting between the lines, picks up the loose ball that bounced off of Lloyd. And then at last minute, Lewandowski tries to step on Sinclair right at the edge of the 18. But Sinclair's so clean with that strike, just bends into that far post.
It's her 2nd goal of this Challenge Cup tournament, her 60th goal in all competitions playing for the Thorns. She is now the leader among active players in goals in the NWSL in all competitions. Before that, she was tied with Lynn Williams, each with 59.
And just when conversations start to swirl around whether Sinclair can go 90 minutes, whether she should be used as a starter, come off the bench, I've been in the camp that she should probably be one of those super subs, but proven wrong as she gets on the scoreboard within the first 10 minutes.
Everyone talks about Carly Lloyd turning 39 during the Olympics. Christine Sinclair will be turning 38 during the Olympics, but both still playing at a high level. Showing that at least to them, age is a number. Cujo floating one up. Defensive clearance towards Klingenberg, who played on the 2015 Women's World Cup title-winning team. It's out for a throw-in. How does that goal change things now for both of these teams?
You know, I don't know that it changes it necessarily so much. It's ready within the first, or it's within the first 10 minutes. I think you can stay the course. I think Sky Blue was going to sit back, look to play on the break to a certain extent, absorb the attack of Portland Thorns. I don't think they'll change immediately. But what I do find interesting, we were talking with Mark Parsons yesterday and just evaluating where Sky Blue, not Sky Blue, excuse me, Gotham.
I let it go. I let it go.
Thank you. For once you did. How they were going to press the back line of the build of Portland. I think it's a little different. They're only pressing right now with Carly Lloyd, and they're really clogging up the midfield space. Sinclair looks to be the one that is going to be free between Cujo and Long. Gotham's going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, we've been calling them Sky Blue since, what, 2006? So it's a hard habit to break. It's a corner coming up, the third one for the Thorns.
I love the rebrand, and I hate the rebrand.
Yeah, I do love the rebrand.
I do.
I think it was good. Gotham FC. Cuica has taken all of the corners thus far. Crystal Dunn is there as an option short, and that was telegraphed. They were bailed out. They'll get a throw in there.
And really, 2 wasted corner kick opportunities of the 3 they've created.
Cuica can't get past Allie Long. Lloyd doing some juggling. Now it was last touched by Carly. Throw in here for the Thorns in the 11th minute. 1-0 lead on a goal by the great Christine Sinclair that came in the 8th minute. Second goal of this tournament for her. Purse. Opening on that right side. And now Gotham have several players forward in white. Cujo. Sent out by Kawasumi, and now on that right side, the cross is coming towards the back post, but it gets away. It's a goal kick for Adriana French.
And it's a blueprint of how Gotham can get at Portland. You saw them try to squeeze Gotham into this near side flank, and Midge Purse had a fantastic turn just to break that pressure and release that weak side with Didasco getting forward.
Just had a shot of Freya Kuhn, who's the head coach of Gotham FC. Condolences to her. The passing of her mom, that was the family emergency that she had to deal with last week. She flew from London to Portland this week and will have to go back for a service for her late mom. Sad anytime you lose your mom, but Mother's Day weekend. So she'll get through this game and then see what happens next.
And you can be sure she's always on her mind.
Salem got it, then played long by Sauerbrunn. Ali Long, first pass accurate to the right side. Gotham will look to break. Didasco. Cujo. Not much room in that far sideline. The ball is out. Gotham, quick throw in for Lloyd, laying it off. Giving way to Sinclair. Horan. How quickly they want to move in transition. Dunn gets away, does well. Dunn playing higher up the field than she does with the U.S. national team, where she plays as an outstanding left back.
And I don't think she's quite found her rhythm in this diamond formation with Portland. I think she'd rather be in that 10 spot where Sinclair sits. But today could be one of those days where she can find some space, create some space for herself, and become dangerous.
Sauerbrunn, there was pressure there, and Purse picked it off. It's a 2-on-2. Purse is wide. Hubley tracking. It's in for Lloyd, but not a good ball at all from Purse. Lloyd was free.
And good pressure from both of these sides. You're seeing some unforced errors, or excuse me, forced errors in dangerous areas. Purse unable to convert on that with Monahan, but she's got incredible closing speed.
Purse is a talented young player. Hopes to make the U.S. national team for the Olympics. One of those players on the bubble. So many tough choices for Blatko and Danovsky. He'll have to make those soon. Hearing that the roster will be announced sometime in mid-June. Moran, that's another pick. And almost another. Sinclair, Horan. Sinclair wanted it back quickly. It was not there. Here's Horan sending it in. It's blocked. Gotham under some pressure there. Paige Monahan meant to clear it up the sideline. It goes out by the Gotham bench. Quickest throw in for Horan. Back for Natalia. Sauerbrunn. Klingenberg. Wants to give and go, but it's not there. Sent in by Dunn, but right at Haracic. She wanted to get that upfield quickly, but there was no one open. No good outlet for her, so she'll hold it. What's your assessment first 15 minutes?
Some shaky, some nerves, but good tempo to this game, and that was something that Portland wanted to bring, was high tempo. Looking at the spine of Gotham, and that they do have some older legs in there.
Monahan, 1v1 right now. Monahan trying to cross it, knocked out by Quiga. First corner for Gotham FC. Limited fans in the stands, but great to see them and great to hear them. Somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000, we're told. Danasco will take the corner. Popping into the middle, headed down but wide. Decent opportunity there for Lewandowski. Adriana Franch, good record coming into this, lowest goals against average among all goalkeepers in this Challenge Cup. She missed all of last year with an ACL injury. Sauerbrunn has to chase it back. A quick apology from Horan on that pass. This is Lindsay Horan, broken up. Salem recovers. Klingenberg under pressure. Gotham trying to win it higher up the field if they can. Oh, they do well, the Thorns, to get out of that. Just as I say that, it was picked off. Sent long by Hubley, looking for Simone Charlie, trying to get a step behind that last defender. Heavy touch, it'll be too heavy. It'll be a goal kick for Gotham FC. Good hustle, though, from Simone Charlie out of Vanderbilt University.
She's had a really good tournament. Got herself in some really good spots. Maybe not the conversion rate that she'd like to see.
The two teams, Portland has done a better job finishing in this tournament, but until Sinclair scored there, their first 6 goals were scored by 6 different players. So no dominant score so far in this tournament. The foul was given there, Ali Long committing it. She's another former Portland Thorn, was an MVP here a few years back. 2015, she had 10 goals and 4 assists when she won the MVP award for her club.
And that really started to put her on the national team map. Talk about players that have gotten their break through the NWSL play. She's one of them.
She made the Olympics, and then after that, 2019 Women's World Cup. The Salem pass back, Hubley trying to find Charlie. Instead, it was Sophia Smith, blocked. Sinclair almost pounced on that ball. Instead, it's upfield from Monahan. They wanted to get a numerical advantage, but look how quickly Portland comes back. It looked like a 3-on-3, then it became a 3-on-5. Ball is crossed in, well wide of Carly Lloyd. It's a goal kick for French.
And I do think that's one of the dangers for Portland. If they do have giveaways, if they're not maintaining possession, Gotham is not going to retreat all their numbers. They're not only going to leave just Lloyd high, they're going to leave Purse high, they're going to leave Monahan high. And we know Portland, they want to rotate their outside backs forward, so that can leave a precarious situation. For Portland Thorns, you want to pin in Gotham FC and drag those wingers back.
Freeman does well to find Cujo. Gaston left it. Lewandowski. Good career in Germany, playing for a couple of clubs, including Bayern Munich. Thorns are back on the ball. Horan dispossessed. Too long for Purse. Sauerbrunn had it well read. Back to French. Offside flag is up. Thorns are leading it. 1-0 and a goal by Christine Sinclair. Came in the 8th minute. Haracic is ready to put it back into play. Kawasumi. Gasco brought it down. Thorns, pressure, they win. Klingenberg. Sophia Smith. It's good defending. Corner still conceded. 4th corner. First one on that far side, though, for Portland.
And Horan's just winning that midfield battle right now physically. Maintains possession. Sophia Smith did a nice job sitting between the outside back and the center back. Little channels on, and she was sprung in behind.
It's Klingenberg from the corner. Horan and Sinclair are up for this. 2 good targets. Gotham won that first ball. Thorns get the second. Kuika fouled. Free kick, Thorns. Today, Natalie Simon, former player at Stetson University, Florida.
And Kuika's been a really good addition for Portland Thorns. She's incredibly positive with her actions. Tries to take on 2 players, splits them, draws the foul from Cujo, just leaves that leg lingering, trips her up.
2 in the wall for Gotham. Megan Klingenberg will take this.
And these positions for Portland are like bread and butter. Klingenberg's service so on point.
Ball in, headed down and out, blasted away. Last clearance from Monahan. Hubley up the middle. Crystal Dunn off her left foot. Chest of Horan. It's blocked as well by Lewandowski. Sauerbrunn first one on it. To the far side. Cross coming, but it's well wide of anyone in the black uniform of Portland. CBS tomorrow, Queen Latifah is back in action for another new episode of television's #1 news show, The Equalizer, tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, or stream it anytime on CBS. All the way to this side. Monahan left it off for Dorsey. It's a good ball in for Monahan. Left-footed cross. Salem. Then Horan. Blocked by Dorsey. Try to use her body well, but it's the Thorns on the takeaway. Smith and Dunn. Crystal Dunn, long ball crossed. Wanted Horan. He may get to that anyway off that deflection. Horan waits inside. Sinclair trying to pass it up. May have passed up a shot as well. Cleared by Freeman.
Such a good ball by Lindsay Horan.
She'll try again for Smith. Knocked down. A stumble there, but Gotham will get to it. Didasco ball, that's blocked as well. Thorns are back on it. 24th minute, a 1-goal lead for the home side, who have won 2 NWSL championships. Either one, by the way, on this field. Trying to win a trophy for the first time at this stadium. Kuika. Played in for Charlie. Knotted down. Quick shot wide. That should have been 2-0 off Smith off the right foot.
Portland really on the front foot in this first half. It's a good ball in by Kuika. She's got 2 options there. Simone Charlie goes up for it. Makes a little connection, bounces off of Freeman, and then Smith does well just to hold her ground, picks up that loose ball, and overturns on it. You expect her to put something on frame there. And that's one of the challenges for a young player, Sophia Smith. A lot of talent. Apparently, coming out of national team camp, she was one of the fastest players on par with Lynn Williams there. But it's got to be the consistency. She's really good on the dribble, but now it's putting the final pieces together consistently over the course of 90 minutes.
Still done. Nice pullback. Finding Horan. Lindsay receives that well. Trying to find Charlie. Horan follows it up. That's blocked away. Lindsay Horan looks very dangerous on this field.
But she's been really good all tournament long since returning with her play from the national team. And you just look at how her ability to help build the team, progress them up the field, and then in the final third, so instrumental. The creativity, her ability to maintain possession, the decisions she makes.
That'd be difficult for these two coaches to get these teams here, considering they lost their international players for at least half of this Challenge Cup. Most of those players missed the first 2 games. The Sinclair feed was a good one, but the flag is up for offside on the Thorns. Let's go downstairs and hear from Marissa Pilla.
Portland assistant coach Rich Gunny was just showing some tactical adjustments to head coach Mark Parsons on the sideline, and Gunny told me that right now Gotham's shape is a little different from what they've seen in previous matches, so he wants Portland to be aware of that shape and adjust accordingly. He said right now we are dominating this game. He likes how aggressive Portland is being on the attack, but he said what's most important right now is to be aware of how lethal Gotham can be in transition.
Yeah, and it's got to be also converting their chances. You can rue the day that you create and don't produce, and that could be the case. We know how lethal Gotham is in transition, but you've got to take your chances when they come.
Maddie Dorsey will take the throw in. Mark Parsons, 6th year as Portland's head coach, former coach of the year, said yesterday during a media conference call that he thinks his team is a 7 out of 10 at this moment. Likes the way they're playing, but knows the ceiling is higher. Purse on the move. This time on this left side. Allie Long. Turns it to Purse. She has 2 goals in this tournament, both against North Carolina. Lloyd with the feed on the right. Ball is coming across. And it just missed the target. But that's as dangerous as Gotham has looked in this first half. They'll get a corner. Their second.
And I think it's something that Gotham can be aware of. Kuika tends to be a magnet for the ball with service coming in. Didn't make a clean clearance on that last one.
Chris Didasco taking the corner. 6th year out of UCLA. ACL in 2020. So was not involved. Should play this one across. 2 players going for that same ball, and then it's driven up and over. An opportunity there for Carly Lloyd. Goal kick coming up. Short for Sauerbrunn. Hubley, only field player for Portland to play every minute so far in this Challenge Cup. All the way across. Klingenberg playing high up. She's the left back. Looking long. Missed Sinclair. Might find Charlie. So Charlie does well to keep that ball alive. And then she tried to make the turn. Advantage call here. It's deflected. Hits side netting. Simone Charlie did a great job there to earn the Thorns their 5th corner.
Incredibly well done by Charlie. First, she makes it a good ball by just hounding it down, and then the quick turn on Lewandowski, driving on that end line, and now it's about just trying to find an angle to cut it back. Earns the corner in the end.
To the middle, Horan's header, and that's wide.
And that's wide, but that's also why you serve that ball in direct from the corner. Lindsay Horan, such good timing in the air. Doesn't redirect it on frame, but rises above. And always going to be dangerous on set pieces.
Live action here is Portland in the box with Smith. And passed up an opportunity to go toward goal as well.
She did the hard part.
Yeah. Hubley out of DePaul University will find Sauerbrunn. Captains the U.S. national team now. Klingenberg got it wide. Salem pass in. Here's Horan on the cut. Lindsey Horan. Oh, she had Smith right there. Well,
So
they've had the better
good,
chances.
but so good. Horan just dances light on her feet, and then that ball just trying to cut it across the grain for Smith to get a touch on. It's one of those shot crosses.
Haricic releases that. Missed Didasco. Horan, who's had so much of the ball in the first half. Too fancy for Sinclair. Recovered though. Pass from Klingenberg to Crystal Dunn. Up the middle, missed Sinclair. That's where you get what Mark Parsons is saying about being a 7 out of 10. We're getting close. So much talent in the field for these two sides. Several players playing at a high level for Portland, also at the country level. As he play for Haricic. Some room now on this left side. Ali Long, a good distributor of the ball, will find Monahan. She tried to square that, but Salem blocked it. Dorsey, Long. Didasco. Cujo. Well past the half-hour mark. Thorns are up 1-0. It could be more. They've had the better opportunities. Dorsey. Kept it low for Monahan. 1v1 at the moment against Kuika, finding Dorsey. No foul given there. Contact with Crystal Dunn. Here's Charlie. Smith did well to hold up a run. The flag stays down, but she's alone at the moment. Smith shooting it. Nice save by Haricic. She made herself dangerous that time. So Gotham went from one end, where they had a potential opportunity, to giving up an opportunity to the Thorns. And for Monahan is Kuika. Those two collided. The ball went out. It's at Gotham corner.
Yeah, and the game has become end-to-end open. And it does look like Smith might have been a step ahead. Referee doesn't call it. And now Lewandowski's doing her job, which is just forcing her away from goal, cutting down that angle. And Haricic does well to not only make the save, but parry it out of trouble.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Corner for Imani Dorsey. It's her 4th year in the league. Former U.S. under-23 international. Dorsey's cross went near post. It's blocked and then cleared out. Charlie, 1 against 2. Headed by Cujo and then headed down. Angela Salem has covered a lot of ground. We'll send this one forward. Trying for Smith. Now the foul. Didasco. Smith, one of those players hoping to make the Olympic squad. So much talent on that Olympic team. So many tough decisions, as we mentioned, for Vlatko and Danovsky. Smith is certainly a future star. Has all the tools. Sinclair leaves it off. The Klingenberg pass for Sinclair. She'll send it across. Cleared away by Freeman. Thorns have a throw-in. Sinclair makes things look so easy. Klingenberg trying to find Horan. Gotham will take over. Kawasumi blocked by Sinclair. Klingenberg. And that bounces true to Haricic. Dorsey. Horse with a pass for Long. The long ball, she's capable of delivering. That time it didn't work.
And what's difficult about that is that they just don't have the organization below that ball to pick up the second one if the initial service doesn't come off.
Played back dangerously, Charlie! And Heritage here to get just a touch. It's a corner, otherwise it's 2-0.
And Gotham is just living dangerously and haven't been made to pay. Simone Charlie hunts down the errant touch of Freeman. Heritage well off her line. Big deflection there for her.
Sixth corner already for the Thorns. Kuika has taken all from this side, Klingenberg from the other. Drive it across, headed up by Haran and grabbed by Heritage. Wants us to go upfield in a hurry from Monahan. It'll bounce off this turf. And the Thorns get it. Kuika goes back to French. Sinclair has the game's only goal. It came in the 8th minute. Portland have had other opportunities to extend the lead, but they've been unable to do so. Crystal Dunn, 19 in the black of the Thorns. For Smith. Sophia. Stanford. Dunn. Sinclair let it go for Salem. It was good intelligent play by Sinclair. Hubley. Dunn. Putting one up for Charlie. Headed up. Second ball. It's still loose. Finally cleared. Gotham tried to break up field. There was a little contact, but no foul given. It's Klingenberg to the left. Horan. Salem. See Horan holding there. Finding Hubley. Good possession here by the Thorns. Nice move again, and the foul, an obvious one on Lewandowski, who's going to get the first yellow card of the game.
And exactly the same move that Charlie got Lewandowski on the end line. She gets her on it in the center of the park. Lewandowski has to take her to ground, or Charlie's off running in goal there. But this is prime spot for Lindsay Horan. We've already seen her score 1 in the tournament from this area. Enough distance to get it up and down over that wall.
It's about 24, 25 yards away from goal. Pretty much dead center. As Heritage sets up the wall. With 1 goal in this tournament. Played only 2 games prior to this one while on international duty with the U.S. She hit it over the wall and then down. She goes over! Off the crossbar! That had 2-0 written all over it. Lloyd played it upfield, and it was off Hubley. It's just going to be a throw-in.
And it's almost a carbon copy of the goal she scored in this tournament. Can't tuck it in the inside of that post. But that is one of the dangers of Gotham being pinned in so deep. Forcing those fouls, earning set pieces in dangerous areas.
Intended for Sinclair. He's cut off. Here's Dorsey from Freeman. All the way across. Got there too slowly. So Gotham couldn't take advantage of that big switch. Cujo. Monahan is open. Cujo puts one up. And that's just given right back to the Thorns.
Yeah, and Gotham has really struggled in the final third with those services. Horan not struggling today at all, though. This one almost tucks into bed.
Would have been a tough one to concede for Gotham this close to halftime. Foul on Dorsey. Another free kick for the Thorns. Only goal of the game, Christine Sinclair scored it. It came in the 8th minute. But there have been several good chances since then, mostly for Portland. Wigan is ready for this long distance free kick on that whistle. Should go short to Hubley. Then the return. How to get closer. Pass for Dunn, blocked. Moves there to win it, back by Monahan. It's picked off by Smith, intended for Monahan, and that's cleared away. Salem. Pressured. It was Kawasumi who was after it. Here's Horan for Sinclair. Head up, looking for Horan. Tough ball for her to receive and get toward goal.
And you said, JP, Kawasumi was after that ball. Well, she was the only one that was counter-pressing, and that's part of the problem right now with Gotham, is that one player's going. Usually it's Lloyd that's trying to trigger that pressure, and the rest of the team is not following suit. And when you're playing against a team like Portland that's so fluid through their midfield rotations, through their midfield system, it's going to leave you exposed.
And goes across looking for Klingenberg. Long run for Megan. She'll get it though. Sauerbund. Humbly from Horan. Intended for Smith, and that's Kawasumi who broke it up for Didasco. Simone Charlie almost knocked it away. Lewandowski. Kawasumi. Into that middle. It was blocked, but there's Cujo. Midge Purse making moves toward the middle. Broke it up, long, kept it alive. Dorsey. Ronnie Dorsey trying to cross it. She'll earn a corner. 4th one for Gotham FC. Will take another. Lloyd, Long, and others among targets. Didasco played it toward the middle. It hops free. Settled there, played across, but an easy play for French. Coming up halftime, if you keep it here, NWSL Commissioner Lisa Baird will be interviewed by Marissa Pillow. We'll have highlights, stats, and more coming up in just a few minutes here on CBS. Angela Salem will push it back.
And there it is. Lloyd is frustrated again, just watching her body language, saying, why aren't you with me? I'm pressing.
Thorns coming back, looking for a killer goal with Dunn. Right near the end of the first half, and that one also sails wide. It's a goal kick for Heritage. Speaking of Lloyd, you talked about her from the defensive pressure standpoint. Not had many touches on offense in this first half.
No, you're exactly right. And part of that is that Gotham has not been able to possess in any meaningful way to get numbers forward. She needs a support around her, or at least quality service.
Here's Dunn with that cross, knotted down by Long. Kawasumi left it. Cujo. Oh, that was too slow back. Again.
That's
it's
the
another corner.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
no,
the overplaying.
Goal kick. That's happened a couple of times.
It has, and I commend the bravery. I would say Portland has been the best team in this tournament with their press. And here it comes, the back pass. We're pressing it, we're pressing it. Smith cuts off that ball to the outside. Charlie knows now her only option is either to boot it or to come back. She sniffs it out. But they have to be wary of that. Sometimes it is just the right decision to get it out of trouble.
1 minute added on, minimum of 1 in stoppage time. Midge Purse now playing on this left side, switching with Monahan. Here's Midge outside, end line, the cut. And it's knocked out last touched by Gotham. It's a goal kick for French. As we enter stoppage time. Portland had been a better side in this first half for sure, but from a Gotham FC standpoint, they're only one goal down.
Exactly. And regroup at halftime.
Moran pass up. Charlie. She's the only different starter from the last game against Houston. Lucy had started in that spot for that last game. Gotham deep in their own half. And that's going to do it. Time has run out in this first half. Christine Sinclair with the game's only goal, but Portland have been the better side over the first 45.
Absolutely. They control proceedings throughout the half, but still, Gotham is only one down.
From Marissa Pillow.
Gotham head coach Freya Coombe said that her team needs to be braver in the second half. They haven't been able to get on the ball enough, and they haven't shown up and imprinted their style yet. As for that Estelle Johnson sub, they said Gotham is hoping with her ability out of the back, they'll be able to gain more possession that way.
Could use some possession for sure here in the second half. Portland had a majority of it in the first. Klingenberg, 1v1 at the moment. Help is coming. She tried to cross it. That's the first corner of this half, 7th in total.
And interesting to me that Freya Coombe used the term braver, because I do think they tried to play out of really tight situations. It just didn't come off, and it wasn't the right decision.
Klingenberg corner. Help at the near post for Haracic. Berg with a strike. Haracic off her line, headed away. Second ball cleared out. Thorns are right back on it. Horan. Klingenberg. The passing game has been pretty fluid since the start. Salem. Looked like a nice entry, but that's denied. Hubley. Simone Charlie. Charlie makes the move. She had Smith in the cut. Instead, it's Gotham, but not for long. Charlie has been dangerous on that side. Out for a throw-in.
And as Gotham won the ball on that far side, got faced up, there was no one in advance of the ball that was in an option. That's going to make it incredibly difficult for them to break the pressure of Portland.
This one is given away by the Thorns. Gotham FC with this throw-in. Got it in quickly, and then it was lost again. So a tough way to start the second half in terms of the possession that they're hoping to improve on.
And you have to give a lot of credit, though, to this Portland Thorns team and the pressure that they will put you under.
Haracic, there was that pressure that forced another giveaway. Lindsay Horan spinning away from Cujo, finding Angela Salem. Klingenberg, that cross. It fell into an empty space. Finally, Gotham is on it. Cujo slowing it down, slightly behind Purse. Midge Purse isolated against Klingenberg at the moment. Now goes wide, right side, trying to free up more space. Can she cut it back across? It's blocked. Long was looking for it. Will recover against Sinclair. Didasco. Left foots it in. And that's headed wide. Not a great chance there from Carly Lloyd, but a chance.
And a better service. Yeah, think back to the first half, and most every service that came was hit over the end line, lofted, just an easy grab for the goalkeeper. At least this half starts with a chance for Lloyd. She can get on the end of it.
Sauerbrunn may have taken an elbow, or maybe it was the ball. It was the ball.
And necessary deflection at that. Hurst did really well.
Talk about the all-time great defenders in this league. She might be number one, 4-time defender of the year, 7-time best 11. Horan pass was denied. Salem's header back for Lindsey Horan, who's had so much of the ball today. Salem, good work rate. Looks to continue a run, gets it from Sinclair. Salem missed on the pass. Trying to return it to Christine Sinclair. It's Didasco, blocked. Got it back. Cujo off the chest, but there was Horan again. When Portland loses the ball, immediately they try to win it back.
And usually have numbers to do so. You think about the way they possess and get their numbers forward, it just automatically gives them a great regain shape.
Lindsey Horan pulling it back against her national team teammate Carly Lloyd. Here is Sinclair with a bit of room. May have rushed that pass to Sophia Smith. She got it back to Klingenberg. Thorns still up 1-0. Horan trying to make it 2.
How good is that ball from Klingenberg? There was not a lot of space for Lindsey Horan to live in. No one steps Klingenberg. Didasco has to fire out at her, at least put her under a minimal amount of pressure. And Horan just sitting between the center back and the left back. Doesn't get enough power on in the end.
Kawasumi. Can she make the Thorns pay? Monahan drops it back off. Sent in. Oh, the look was for Long, Allie Long. Hurst on the right. Trying to get around. Moran fouled her. It's a free kick for Gotham FC. Didasco's coming up again. She's been dealing with all of these set pieces. The 27-year-old right back is ready. Sent it in low. Flick to the middle. Cujo. It's in for Long. That could have been trouble, but it deflects out instead. Goal kick for French.
And if no one touches this ball just skips out of bounds for a Portland goal kick. Becky Sauerbrunn doesn't get communicated to that she should just let it go. Instead, tries to make a play on it. Now ricochets off of Long's face.
Those are great numbers, by the way. That's a midfielder. 30 goals in 100 games when she played for Portland.
And just think about the fact that she's likely been playing a 6 for most of her career.
Look at this ball played up, but right off the line to anticipate it was French. Saw that one coming. Otherwise, Monahan could have been in. Crystal Dunn, opposite side. With that pass ahead, wanted Charlie, who ends up with the ball anyway. Simone Charlie, good footwork.
Same move.
But it's working, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so is her regains. She closes just so quickly. It catches the defenders off guard. If they are trying to be brave, build out. She's feasting on those.
Both of these teams lost last year in this Challenge Cup in the semifinals, each by a single goal. 1 year later, we fast forward. They're here challenging for the trophy. Each team played in 4 games. If you played in a 5th, that meant you were in this final. Here's Sinclair. Horan. Oh, it's blocked. Falls right back to Horan. That's the way this game has gone for her. She's worked hard. Klingenberg. Gotham FC has had to do so much defending up to this point. Klingenberg was broken up there by Carly Lloyd. Here's Carly trying to spring Monahan. Monahan a step there behind. Terrific effort there, and that was cleared by Kuika. But that's two good balls from Lloyd here in the second half that have almost sprung Paige Monahan. The ball seemed to be missing in the first half. Here's Monahan, who's looked dangerous, and she will get another corner.
Well, you're exactly right, JP, and she's just playing in a little bit of a deeper role as that outlet, trying to release Paige Monahan running in behind. Kuika goes step for step for her. Franch is wise to get off her line, but I think she would have been caught if Monahan could have caught that cleanly and just doinked it over the top.
Fifth corner for Gotham FC. We're in the 56th minute. They only trail by a goal. Sent to the middle, headed by Charlie. Sent right back in, but that's wide of French. What can Gotham FC do differently here in this second half?
At some point, I think they're going to want to try to press the game higher on the field right now. Even in just this goal kick situation, Carly Lloyd's the only one that's going to deal with the two center backs. The wingers are dropping off to deal with those fullbacks, and now they're looking to regain. I think they're going to want to, at some point, press with three, force the issue. But if they keep getting these looks in their transition from defense to offense, they may be comfortable trying to weather the storm and play for those moments.
Horan. Off for Dunn. Leading it for Kuika on that right side. It's going to go out for a throw-in for the Thorns. Charlie's pass for Kuika. Can she cross it? She'll try it. It's another corner. 8th one for the Thorns. Fans in the stands, there may be as many as 5,000 here. This team averaged 20,000 back in 2019. That's amazing. And in one game, they got 25,000 here. This franchise so well run, just like the Portland Timbers are in Major League Soccer. Two of the better run franchises in each league. Paulson was the owner. Chatted with him yesterday. Here's Crystal Dunn. Set inside, and that's headed away. Not out of danger. Kuika keeps it. And 9th corner. Portland continues to press this game with that 1-0 lead. They're not sitting back and defending a lead. Complete opposite.
And Horan just signaled, send it direct.
Here it comes. Teacher was off the line. Klingenberg chipping it back in. Headed once. Pushed wide towards Horan. Horan will hold it there. Waits for some help. Now the cross. Headed away. Right back to Portland. The Humbly pass. Kuika driving it back in. Missed on Charlie, but finds Horan. Lindsay will wait. Sinclair. Klingenberg. Headed away again. Another recovery from the Thorns. This has been the pattern all game. Sinclair left it for Salem. When they've lost it, it's only been for brief moments.
Yeah, their counter press has been better than the press through the course of the tournament. Mark Parsons made that clear. And we're seeing it full effect today.
Again, goes off. Gotham player. Up for a throw-in. Kawasumi. Dorsey's looking for it. Once again, the ball is turned over. Thorns will have a throw-in. Public. Becky Sauerbrunn. This is given away to Allie Long. Moran won it back on a great tackle, but it's a foul, so maybe not so great a tackle. Teammates at the last World Cup.
And previous teammates on the Thorns. Moran just trying to slide across, make a play on it, gets Allie Long after the ball is released.
Long is okay as we're back on live action. Freeman pass for Allie Long. Monahan, who's been more active here in the second half. Didasco. Lloyd turns. Carly keeping it. Gotham's captain will find Long, pushing it wide left. Dorsey high up on her left back spot. It's deflected out. Allie Long, first to collect. Kawasumi in motion. Dorsey left. Cross is coming. And there's a tying goal. Carly Lloyd's first touch is a goal, and it's 1-1. The two vets have scored in this game. The quiet day for Lloyd is over.
And the championship day for Lloyd has begun. It's really good play from Gotham FC. They've got the width. They get their outside back forward and Imani Dorsey, and then Lloyd just rises above Becky Sauerbrunn, times it incredibly well. Knocks it into that far post. French can only stand and watch it go by. But we said it earlier, JP, Portland doesn't put away their chances. They've had so many opportunities. They may rue the day.
It's Lloyd's second goal of this tournament, matching her teammate Purse for the team lead. Here's Sauerbrunn. Didasco. Another slow ball back to Herachich. It was blocked. Well, Gotham have done that at least 3 times today and were never burned once.
Exactly. And that's been part of the problem. In talking with Mark Parsons yesterday, he confirmed it, and that is that, yes, they were gaining the ball in incredibly advanced areas on the pitch, but they're not getting production out of it. That's part of the 7 out of 10 they need to rectify moving into the regular season, but they've got to get it right today.
Salem going in hard after that ball, and now it's cleared. Well, that goal definitely changes things. 1-1 here. I was about to say, even though it's a close game on the scoreboard at that time, 1-0, Portland looks so comfortable and so far ahead of Gotham. Now this changes everything.
It does, and you can already feel a momentum shift. And one of the questions I have for this Portland team is, can you draw Gotham out a bit? Because even though you are pinning them in, you're pinning them in, and you're creating chances, right now you're having difficulty in tight areas finding that production. Can you draw them out, create a little more space?
This is a goal kick for Herachich. Big day for Carly Lloyd today with that equalizing goal. It was a big day for her when she played close to this stadium back in 2015 Women's World Cup Final. Had the 3 goals in that game against Japan before the game was, what, 16 minutes old? Amazing.
What a day that was. The game was over almost before it began. The game.
It was a classic matchup too, right? Everyone expected a close game, maybe a low-scoring game. Wrong. We were all wrong. No one had that scoreline.
I did.
No one except you. Gotham with it, left side, a little more confidence, you'd say. Here's Long. More spring in their step. Big shot there, high and over France, who really never got to move on that Lloyd goal. We take you back to 2015, about 300 miles away from here. It was at BC Place, and always fun to watch these highlights again, especially this one.
This one, come on.
From, what, the halfway line?
How you like me now?
Great memories from Vancouver in 2015. Then they came back in 2019 and won it again in France.
They were fast back then.
They were.
It was in fast forward, JP.
I know. I'm with you, even though it's an early start here. 10 a.m. start, local time. That's as early as I've ever had to call a soccer game. You've probably played in, well, I don't know. Have you played in one that early?
Yeah, absolutely. When I was 7.
Routine changes at this level, I would think. Up earlier, eat differently. Definitely eating
you're right.
earlier.
Yeah, unsettles your system for sure.
Players used to training, as we said, at this time, but not playing in a meaningful game. Ball is cleared away. Simone Charlie. 1-1 game. All the numbers in this game say it's all Portland, but it's anybody's game now at this point. Here in the 65th minute. Both teams have talented benches that they can go to. They've already gone once. As this ball is knocked out, it's another corner.
And that run from Lloyd was almost exactly the same one that she scored from against North Carolina. Just the deep run coming out of midfield and behind. And you're starting to see this Gotham team generate a little more attack on that left side. Amani Dorsey, you'll see with their outside backs, they actually invert them a bit and get their width from their wingers. That's posing some problems.
All right, here we go. On our top. Here we go.
Taking their 6th corner. Gotham FC. Nasco's taking the ball.
Keeper!
Toward the middle, you can hear the keeper calling for that one. French. Ball is going to be cleared out of play as we go downstairs to Mercer Pillow.
Portland's assistant coach Rich Gunny said that Gotham's equalizing goal certainly has to serve as a wake-up call for the Thorns. He said Portland is frustrated that they haven't killed the game off yet. And as for their shot selection in the final third, he said, we're overcomplicating things. They need to simplify things in the final third and just simply be more clinical.
Portland facing a challenge now because this game is level. They had things settled on their terms, but that's all changed now. Portland are ready to make a couple of subs with Rocky Rodriguez and Kristen Westphal. They want to change the rhythm of this. Freeman's pass up the middle for Cujo. Right side, Monahan. Ball was behind Monahan, but she kept it alive against Klingenberg. Sinclair steps in and wins it. Good job by the veteran. Trying to play it down the line. No one made that run initially. Then the foul.
And this is the quandary for Gotham. I mean, they were sitting 3v5 on this near side and trying to play out of that. Someone's either got to show they've got to get one little quick combination in, out, and change it. But that's not happening. Portland just squeezes it, wins it, and then is on their way.
Change is coming. Westphal is coming in. And Kuga came out. And there's another change coming as well with Rocky Rodriguez coming in. See, it's Angela Salem coming out. So who's going to take over? Salem was playing pretty low.
Yeah, she's playing in the 6, and Rocky should slide in, just like for like in that spot. Rodriguez had started this tournament being a starter when she was completely healthy, picked up a knock, and has been just trying to gain some minutes.
It's a free kick now for the Thorns. And Klingenberg sending it in. Sinclair. Smith was blocked out, or missed. Thought it was blocked, it was just off target. In the 69th minute. You're allowed up to 5 subs in this one. Portland just made a couple. Gotham has made 1. 5 subs each, and there's potential for 2 concussion subs, a maximum of 2 if that ever happens. That's happened only once so far in this tournament. Purse down the wing against Klingenberg, a great battle there. Purse, end line, cutting it. And that one's blocked and cleared out for another corner kick. 7th one for Gotham.
How good was that by Midge Purse? It looked like Klingenberg had bodied her off, but just the strength and the pace of Purse to get beyond her, maintain possession, and then Rocky Rodriguez did really well just to be disciplined and sit in that cutback ball area around the top of around the penalty spot.
Monty Dorsey off that left foot. Players were jockeying for position there as it's cut back. And then cleared finally by the Thorns out for a throw-in. Different looking Gotham side since that goal. Brought it back. The game is level, by the way, after 90 minutes. There is no extra time. We would go straight to penalty kicks to decide who will lift the trophy at the end of the day. Still a long way, though, from the finish line here in the 70th minute. Foul against Gotham.
I mean, Horan is just having a day. She read that play all the way, sniffed it out, stepped in, won it, draws the foul.
So the two biggest names with the two longest resumes have scored the goals. Christine Sinclair, 8th minute. Carly Lloyd, 61st minute. As the ball is played back, Heritage sends it forward. Here's Sinclair. Smith! Sophia Smith went wide. The setup from Sinclair. Agent Clarice Starling is always ready to dive into the minds of monsters and madmen, but to uncover the truth, Agent Clarice Starling will have to face the demons of her past. The new Clarice, Thursday at 10, 9 Central. Or stream it anytime on CBS.
All I can hear is Anthony Hopkins. God, he's in my brain.
Who doesn't like Anthony Hopkins?
I don't know.
Done with it. Horan couldn't draw the foul, but bounced right back up and finds Sinclair, the #1 goal scorer in the world, men's side or women's side. Sinclair, amazing with her 186 goals. Klingenberg. Thorns trying to break the deadlock at home. Klingenberg again. It's in deep. And cleared off the line. Freeman saves the day for Gotham. Smith with it. Public. Horan. Low shot. Not much on there, and Heritage stops it. Another close call.
What a touch. And what an opportunity for Portland. Excellent ball, just drifting to that back post, making Klingenberg find Simone Charlie, botting off the defender, gets a touch on it, and then Freeman does exactly what she should do, covering behind her goalkeeper, clears it off the line.
Well, looks like Gotham have a couple of subs up. The end is one of them. Flag was up on that opposite side of the field. And it is going to be a double switch for Gotham. Get some fresh legs, fresh ideas in there. We'll see if anything else changes as well. We'll see who's coming out. Vienne is coming in, and Onumano. Midge Purse, her day is done.
And glimpses of what Midge Purse can do in terrorizing the opposition, but no production to show for it. Onumano has been a super sub for the squad in terms of minutes played and production, 2 assists. Vienne has a goal herself, so 2 game changers.
Vienne plays for Canada's national team. Capped 5 times, has a couple of goals.
That was the first time we've actually seen one of those set plays that Gotham likes to do, which is they target Lloyd on goal kicks. When the goalkeeper has the ball, she flicks it on, you get the runs in behind, but Portland wise to it.
Sinclair dispossessed by Ali Long. Cujo on the right. Long. win it with Dunn. Dunn on the move, straight ahead. Dunn will feed. Simone Charlie. The cut back was well off target, cleared by Freeman. Thorns first to the ball. 75th minute. Horan will drive it. Headed wide. Would she score again? Well, why not look to the all-time leading goal scorer in the world for another one?
And how about this ball from Lindsey Horan? Just driven into the back post. Sinclair actually makes too much contact with it, redirecting it past the far post. How about the turn earlier, though, by Crystal Dunn in midfield?
Thorns want to make another change. That ball goes out. Didasco. In the middle, Cujo lost it. Sinclair, look at that ball. Flag stays down. Smith walking in. And that's probably her last touch. She was going to be coming out of the game for Weaver. But she could have exited to loud cheers. And flag stayed down. She was in.
It's hard to tell from up here if she was onside, but they didn't call it. And Smith has probably had the best chances for this Portland Thorns team and unable to convert. I think she's going to be frustrated with that aspect of her game, but you can see how bright and active she is on that front line.
Morgan Weaver will replace her. Weaver has one goal. It was a game winner against Chicago earlier in this tournament.
And she's one of those game changers. Look, I think Smith, bright future ahead of her. You can see how clean her touch is, but Weaver, I think, can be more efficient in front of goal, and with about 14 minutes remaining in the match, she's probably licking her chops to get on the end of some of these services.
Third Thorns sub. High upfield, though. And corner is given away there. Gotham will take another. It is their 8th. Manu earns it. So you've got 3 subs in for the Thorns and 3 for Gotham. Corner for Didasco. 77th minute. Went short for Ali Long. Didasco putting one up. That's blocked. The flag was up. So another goal left in this game, 78th minute. Otherwise, no extra time. Straight to penalty kicks to determine who wins the Challenge Cup trophy. A goal in each half by the veteran, the stars that you expected to shine today. Sinclair and Lloyd, each with one. The ball is cut back by Weaver. Long, it's given away. Klingenberg. Morgan Weaver. Horan. Sinclair. Weaver. And then it's taken away. Almost given right back. Instead, it's Long looking upfield. Good outlet for Carly Lloyd. Thorns scrambling back to defend. Lloyd trying to force that one up the middle. It's blocked. Klingenberg looking for the fleet. Simone Charlie a step behind the defender. Charlie in. Goalkeeper out. But the flag is up. So it stays 1-1.
And end-to-end stuff in this championship match. Gotham FC is leaving Lloyd as that outlet, and they are finding her time and time again with space. She can get faced up and hit the runners going north, and then Portland coming south. Megan Klingenberg has been such a good nuisance for Gotham in this half with her service in behind. Simone Charlie gets the step on Freeman, but too early in the release of her run.
So it stays in 1-1 as the ball is cleared out by the Thorns. She's been so dangerous today, Charlie. Outside of Horan, their most dangerous player.
And throughout the course of the tournament, to be fair.
It's a Gotham throw-in for Didasco. Game is certainly opened up here. Cujo is battling for that ball. It's going to go out for a corner. A lot of corners now in this game for both teams. Towards double digits. Played short and back. Didasco. Headed away by Charlie. A break for Weaver. Gotham is chasing with 3 players. Weaver with the freshest legs, cutting to the right side. Morgan Weaver blocked. Play again by Freeman. Kept alive by the Thorns. Sent right to Herachich, though, who finds Long under immediate pressure from Klingenberg. Releases. Lloyd showing for it. Out for a throw-in for Gotham. Didasco. She'll get it back. It's blocked. Blocked out. Thorns get it. Goal scorers Christine Sinclair in the 8th minute, Carly Lloyd in the 61st minute. Both expected to play in the Olympics this summer in Japan. Lloyd for the U.S., Sinclair for Canada. Sinclair is Canada's captain, as well as the Thorns captain. Didasco is hurting a bit here as the training staff is out. Who looks better right now?
At this point, I think it's anyone's game. Portland just looks like they're struggling to find that final piece, whereas Gotham on the other side kind of has the momentum, and you feel like they could convert it any second. I do think in the second half that they've done much better utilizing Carly Lloyd as that outlet to be able to break the pressure of Portland, and then of course they're always going to leave someone else high. It has been Monahan. Now, whether it's on Amanu or Vian, likely to be on Amanu. And Vian will tuck in.
Flores looks like she's going to replace Didasco as the 4th of 5 subs allowed. It used to be 3, and then after COVID, a lot of leagues went with 5. Some went back to 3, but NWSL and Major League Soccer staying with a 5, at least for this year. Don't know about future years, but for 2021, it's 5. So Flores out of Notre Dame is in. Didasco had to make her exit. Not sure, she might have been coming out anyway before that bit of an injury. We were told that they had Flores ready to come in. Phenomenal. Blocked. Cujo. Long. Fresh legs of Flores. Playing it back post area again. The look was for Lloyd. It's out wide. Goal kick. Paramount Plus is the new home to the World's Game. Stream more than 2,000 matches live, including UEFA Champions League, the NWSL, Serie A, and U.S. men's and women's soccer. Paramount Plus. Try it free. Sauerbrunn for Portland. Higher up the field. Finding Sinclair, the simple pass. Horan versus Flores. Horan going wide. Back post area, headed by Charlie. Top of the netting. '84th minute. Getting closer and closer to the possibility of penalty kicks deciding who wins the Challenge Cup. Here's Sinclair. Lindsay Horan, 25 yards out, getting closer. The shot was blocked. It's blocked by Johnson. Here's Charlie. Right side it comes. Ball floated up there and over Herachich again, top of the netting. possibility of penalty kicks coming up. You would expect that the teams have put in a little extra work this week in that category.
I actually saw Portland practicing their penalties yesterday. Wasn't looking so sharp.
Dunn with it, right side. Here is Crystal Dunn against Kawasumi. Dunn putting it up there for Weaver, but there's Hericic. She ran into her own teammate, or was Weaver the one? Weaver's being spoken to, so that ends that mystery. Hericic will put it back into play. Both of these teams have been solid defensively throughout this tournament. Portland have given up the fewer goals, but that's only because Gotham gave up 3 in one game to North Carolina.
Still feels like there could be another goal in this.
You would think there's another chance or two coming in the next 5 minutes. Both teams still pushing for it. Played up, there's Lloyd. Just missed her. Just missed her. It's a goal kick for French. Told that Charlie was given a yellow card after that offside call. So that's 2 players that have been booked today. Here's the ball played forward, left side, Weaver. Open is Sinclair, shot! And there was Hericic. Quality save, especially when you look at we're in the 87th minute. That was the game.
It just won't come for Portland. It's such a good ball in behind by Klingenberg. And Morgan Weaver, you talk about picking out the right pass in the final third. She does exactly the right thing, finds Sinclair, and then the fingertip save by Hericic lays out.
On Portland's 10th corner. Trying to break this 1-1 deadlock in the 87th minute. Horan, that's blocked. Thought it was handled, and it was. Gotham will put it back into play. We don't know if there's another goal left, but we knew there'd be a chance or two, and we just saw a great one by Sinclair. Quality save again for Hericic. He's had to make the more difficult ones today, the 2 goalkeepers. Ball taken away. Lloyd, long. Flores makes the run on the right side in support, wants the ball. Long sees her, finds her. Runners now in the box, including Lloyd and Deanne. Bono was also there. Corner kick, this should be, no, goal kick. Goal kick, I thought it was going to be a corner, would have been the attempt. So French will put it back into play. Side has come back from a 1-0 deficit. Not just a 1-0 deficit, they were being outplayed. Portland was the better team, the sharper team. It could have been a bigger lead, it was not. Credit Gotham for coming back into this game and looking as good as they have been. They've had chances to take the lead too.
Absolutely, and part of that is just their decision to sit Carly Lloyd a bit lower, where it looks a little bit like a 4-3-1 too, and be that outlet.
It's off Sinclair. Morgan Weaver. Sinclair. Thinking about it. Lays it off instead. Weaver, that's blocked. Out for the 11th corner for the Thorns.
And I think that's part of the complication process right there. Expected Sinclair to hit that first time off the ball from Weaver. She takes a touch, slows it down, allows Gotham numbers to retrieve.
Sounds like more than 5,000 here. Limited capacity due to COVID restrictions and protocols as Klingenberg is ready for this corner. Hericic came out, cleared away, headed right back toward goal, and then out again. It's about 5 headers. Comes back. Westfall. Sauerbrunn. Crystal Dunn. Is there a moment of magic left in this game? Here in the 90th minute. Dunn. Weaver. Cut back. Sinclair leaves it. Horan! Low shot was, I thought, deflected. It should be another corner kick.
And that build-up deserved the finishing touch. So good from Portland. Weaver has been instrumental since she came on. Connection between her and Sinclair has been spot on.
A dozen corner kicks for Portland. Tenberg's ready. She'll go towards the middle. Comes out. Horan again, and it was pushed away at the last moment. Lloyd and Onamanu are on the break. Pass was overhit. Now it's going to go out. So we're left with finding a goal in the next 3 minutes, or it's penalty kicks. Freeman. No foul given. Now it is. Just couldn't hear the whistle. Foul on Sinclair. And that had to be called, or she's in. Minimum of 3 on the board. Lloyd was waiting for that ball. She'll get it back from the end, trying to lead her. And again, overhit, and Carly knows. She's come up big. Her team needed a goal. She got it. So many big goals in her career. It's not just the number. It's the quality of the goals, the importance of the goals, the game winners, and World Cups and Olympics. And finals of all kinds. Sinclair for Weaver, who's been effective. Weaver, all the way out. Rodriguez pass was picked. Rodriguez getting it back. The Costa Rican international will push it right for Westfall. Moran now out on that wing, sending it in for Charlie, and there's Haracic. Second minute of stoppage time of a 1-1 game. Again, if you're joining us a bit late, no extra time in this. Straight to penalty kicks to determine a winner. If this ends even after stoppage time is done. Sinclair heads it down. It's cut out by Cujo. Lloyd with Long. The battle there. Gotham will send it long. Trying for Vienne off Klingenberg. Lloyd and now Vienne. Vienne wins it. Kawasumi's to the left. Vienne will find Kawasumi. There's an overlap on the left side as well. Dorsey the cross, headed down. That was the game. That was the game winner for Gotham potentially. Both teams have had chances.
Both teams, I mean, final minutes, great looks on both sides. This one is just sitting up clear as day for Onamanu. She tries to do the right thing and head it down. But you've got to put that back across the frame.
It's a throw in here for Gotham FC. It's Flores. Alley Long, blocked. Long for Weaver, not long enough. I was going to say out for a throw-in. Nope, it's going to be out for penalty kicks, right? Because that's it for the 90 minutes. FC to give Gotham the lead. Long will strike and makes it 1-0 Gotham FC. Sinclair's up next. Eleven for 12 in her career. NWSL play. You always like somebody strong to start and somebody strong to finish. You may not get to 5 though, so sometimes it's a risk. The world's greatest goal scorer makes it 1-1. Carly Lloyd is next. One great goal scorer to another, one living legend to another. Lloyd after Sinclair. Sinclair has the Thorns' only goal in the game. Lloyd has Gotham's only goal in the game. Can she convert here? 5 for 8 with penalties in NWSL all comps. Lloyd versus French. Carly makes it. The lead again belongs to Gotham. Megan Klingenberg will go next. The pressure builds with each kick that Gotham makes. The popular left back Klingenberg versus Hericich. Slow build up off the crossbar. It stays 2-1 for Gotham.
And it was a really casual walk-up by Klingenberg that looked a little odd. Just sauntering up, and you can see casual in the strike, and that's why it rises up. Hericich had guessed correctly. Didn't matter in the end.
Cujo's next. Chance to make it 3-1 on penalties, and the same thing off the crossbar. So it stays 2-1, and the Thorns can now level the score on penalties.
I always think it's a difficult strike for a penalty when you go up to it and you open up and try to side foot it with the inside. A lot of room for error in that connection.
Man hasn't taken many penalties with the Thorns, 0 for 1. Lindsay's had an all-around terrific game. Probably the most dangerous player in the field for either side. Ready for the penalty kick spot. Horan, easy goal. Level at 2. Freeman will be next. Gotham made their first 2. Cujo hit the crossbar on the 3rd try. Here in round 4. Freeman scores. 3-2.
Calm as you like it.
They continue to put the pressure on the Thorns. Rodriguez is next. Costa Rica's all-time leading goal scorer. Despite being only 27, she stepped up and makes it easily. So it's 3-3 going into round 5. It's still level after 5. We'll continue on. Gotham take the lead yet again. Manu came in as a sub, had a chance to score. Late stages, she'll score there. 4-3. So it is all up to Crystal Dunn. If she makes it, we continue. If she misses, Gotham are the champions of this tournament. Crystal Dunn versus Didi Hericich. Dunn with the strike, and she does score. And we continue round 6.
So smooth. A lot of pressure on Dunn on that strike.
The end is next. Another late sub. Gotham take another lead. This from the Canadian international, Deanne. And she calmly puts that one upstairs. So it's 5-4. Becky Sauerbrunn is up next. From the spot, She nails it, and we continue. Misses. Gotham wins. Sour run, and she just tucked it under. Heritage was close, thought she had it. She did not. 5-5. Round 7.
And it's all about the placement for Becky Sauerbrunn. Opens up, side foots that. Heritage gets fingertips to it, but enough pace on it.
Kawasami is next. Played at 2 recent World Cups. 2015. Japanese international. Oh, France made the save. And this is a chance now for Portland to win it.
And how good is this from A.D. French? Guesses correctly and just gets that big paw up.
Morgan Weaver, who came on as a sub. The game-winning goal she scored against Chicago. This could be another game winner. This would be bigger if she makes it. Weaver, goal! Portland wins it! Thorns are the champions. They win it on penalty kicks after a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.